Hi, this is James from tracymac.co.uk and I'm here again with the Samsung Wave, and I just thought I'd show you a couple of things that I did cover on the review, but certain things come across a little bit better on video. So we'll come to those in a second. Firstly though, there was a couple of things which I mentioned in the review, things that I couldn't figure out, and thankfully on our forum I've been pointed in the right direction. And the first thing was regarding the lock screen. Now I thought with the lock screen you just gave it a tap and then you had to swipe the screen again to properly unlock the phone. That's not the case. If you actually hold down the lock key, there you go. So there's no swiping involved. I couldn't figure that one out for myself, so that goes to show how daft I am. The other thing was editing these three tabs at the bottom. I didn't realise that was possible, but it is. I have no idea why I didn't figure this one out for myself as well. But at the top of the screen here there's an edit button, and we can just move these about or drop and drag the ones we want actually into the tab at the bottom. Fairly straightforward, but I obviously had my my dunce's hat on that particular day. Anyway, let's have a look at a couple of applications. The first one being Twitter. And obviously this, because the Samsung Wave is running the new BADA, or BADA, however you want to pronounce it, operating system from Samsung. This is kind of like a new setup. Excuse me. So, here we have the home screen, and we can obviously scroll through the timeline here. It doesn't load too many, but we can click the show more icon at the bottom and it should load some more when it feels like it. And obviously clicking on a tweet will give you the options to reply or retweet and send a direct message to that particular user. At the top here you see we've got some tabs, so we're on the home one at the moment. Next to that we've got the at mentions, so this is everybody that's kindly mentioned me, and next to that we've got direct messages. Again, you can scroll through those, fairly straightforward. Down at the bottom we've got a search option, so we can search the whole of Twitter for any particular words that we want, or we've got the option there for trending topics. Down on the bottom right we've got a refresh bar. It doesn't auto refresh, or I haven't managed to get it to auto refresh anyway, so you have to press the button, and then finally in the middle there's another little icon there that you can press. View by favourites, disclaimer, and find people. So it's fairly straightforward, it's fairly basic. It seems to work okay, but it's not too in depth. The Facebook one looks very similar, as you'll see now. Once again we've got the tabs at the bottom and we've got the three at the bottom. We've actually got an extra one at the top here, so at the moment we're on home, we've got profile and friends, but we can actually scroll that across and we've got the inbox there, so we can see any messages that have actually been received on Facebook. But coming back to the home page, we've got a bar at the top here where you can obviously update your Facebook status. Next to each of the updates on screen here we have a little plus sign, and if you press that, that's when you can obviously reply to people's comments on Facebook. Tab at the bottom left is to add a photo. Obviously as the Wave takes quite nice photos, it's fairly handy for uploading to Facebook. And once again, like on the Twitter client, we've got a refresh icon on the bottom right hand side, and in the middle we've got just view by and settings. So that one too, fairly basic, but it seems to work okay. The other thing I was going to show you is the Samsung App Store. If I can find it, where's it gone? Okay, I'm going blind. There we are, Samsung Apps. Just wait for that to load. So it's quite a nice looking application. Once again, you can see the similarity between this and the other apps, that we've got the tabs at the top and the three at the bottom as well. So on the home screen, you've got the option to either view the hot applications or new applications. So if we click on one, it's obviously going to give you a bit more information on that particular app. like so. We can see screenshots, that sort of thing. So that's quite nice. If we just have a look at the top, I just want to give you an example. Now you see here we've got another 2 tabs, free and paid. So you've got all the free applications listed, and then we've got the paid ones. And as I mentioned on the review, I wasn't particularly impressed with the prices. As you can see, they are reasonably high. So we've got Dungeon Hunter here for £3. We've got one for £1, £2.50, £3, £2.50, £1.50, £3. So there are some that are reasonably expensive in comparison to some other operating systems. Just something to bear in mind if you think you are going to be if you are going to want a phone where you're going to be downloading a lot of apps. Obviously, the amount of apps on this particular BADA operating system will increase dramatically over time. It's still a new OS at the moment. Another thing I wanted to show you was the daily briefing, which I did include screenshots on the review. Once again, I'm going blind. There we are. And this, as I said in the review, this sort of gives you certain information. So on the first page, we've got here the weather, and you get the current conditions, although it's not updated yet. How do we do that? Hopefully that will just auto-update, because it's certainly hotter than what it says there. Oh, there's a little thing there. There we go, that's updated. That's more like it. It's a hot day today. So, majority of the screen, you've got the current conditions. We've then got the next 3 days underneath. We can also view it hour by hour. Oh, this is now taking us to the web page, which isn't so good. Oh, I can't be bothered with looking at that. I was hoping it would stay within the application, but no such luck. I mean, the idea here is just giving you basic information, but if you want to find out more in depth, then it's a case of actually clicking and it taking you to the web page, which is fair enough, because this kind of application is just designed to give you a sort of a quick burst of up-to-date info. Scrolling across, the next tab we've got Yahoo Finance, where you can keep an eye on stocks and shares, that sort of thing. I haven't got a clue about those, so I'm not going to talk about them. The next tab we have here is AP Mobile, and this is a news application. So basically, this is kind of like a news feed that's feeding you up-to-date news headlines. And then we've got another tab here, which is the schedule. Basically, this will import appointments and tasks, that sort of thing, from your calendar. Now, the great thing about this particular app, which I like, is that it's available as a widget. So we can stick it on the home screen like so. There's an update icon there. So if this was on your sort of #1 home screen, single tap and it updates all the information on there, so you can see the current weather, see how your stocks and shares are doing. And if you look at here at the AP Mobile, it actually toggles from story to story every sort of, I don't know, maybe 5 to 8 seconds, something like that. So if you like to keep up to date with what's going on, it's quite a nice application, this one. The final thing I was going to mention just quickly was the task. There is a kind of task manager on here, and that's finding that is just achieved by holding down the hardware button underneath the screen for a couple of seconds. And we've got the option here to either end all applications, or you can just do one at a time. So you can keep an eye on the applications that are running in the background on the device, as obviously multitasks. So if you're thinking of getting a Samsung Wave, I hope this video has been a bit of help, a little more insight into a few of the applications. And if you go and get the Samsung Wave, please enjoy.